Florida's Lake Okeechobee. The greatest anglers, the fastest boats. This is where concentration meets acceleration. Skills are put to the test against Mother Nature. The clock is ticking. The stakes are high. Some look for their first win, redemption, rewards. Others have the competition in their hand, but there are no guarantees. Opportunity in an instant, gone in a flash. Fierce competition. Focus is key. One day to win or lose.
Man alive, what a fish!
$100,000 to the champion.
That's what I'm talking about. Who's going down there? Damn. Look at that bad boy. Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. There he is, folks, your champion. $100,000.
Beautiful Lake Okeechobee, where today we wrap up the first tour stop of our 10th anniversary season. Welcome to Walmart FLW Outdoors, presented by EverStart. Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Leibowitz alongside Charlie Evans. We are at the final day here on Lake Okeechobee. We started with 200 pros. We're now down to 10, and Steve Kennedy is our leader.
He's no stranger to top 10s. He won on Kentucky Lake in 2003.
And all he has to do is look over his shoulder. Dean Rojas right behind him. Dean's like the Dan Marino of the NFL. He's been so close, but he has not won an FLW event.
I think he's more like John Elway. John Elway finally won in the Super Bowl. I tell you what, the law of averages is in his favor.
And there's 8 other guys out there vying for $100,000. All it takes is one cast and one big fish. This was the scene before takeoff, though. Fog so thick, our launch was delayed.
The top 10 anglers can't wait to get started. They're wound as tight as rubber bands.
They'll combine their weights from yesterday and today to determine our overall winner.
You ready to go fishing?
I want to ask the anglers to be patient. We are in a fog delay. We will not start until it is safe.
There's not many things that'll delay a takeoff, but fog certainly will. These boats travel at lightning speeds. They got to be able to see way out in front of them before it's safe to go.
Finally, they get the go-ahead 90 long minutes after the scheduled takeoff.
I'm in the hole right now. About 10 pounds in the hole.
Woo, it's going to be an awesome day. Sun's fixing burning stuff off. Water temperature should be up good. Cloud cover kept that heat in last night.
This tournament began 3 days ago with 200 pros. After day 2, the top 10 advanced and their weights went back to 0. Our competition will be decided by yesterday's and today's total combined weight. And as soon as these guys get out of the marina, they'll open it up full throttle, shooting across the water. Now they call it the Big O for a reason. From our satellite view, you can see the 470,000 acres. It's the second largest lake in the country. But our anglers are heading for 2 small areas of clear water. One in South Bay, the other where we go to now in the Monkey Box. And that's where we'll find pedigree pro Steve Kennedy. He caught 7 fish there in the first 90 minutes yesterday, including a 6-pounder.
A little crowded out here this morning. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can get a perspective, but we were in this boat lane over here on the left side of that mat there, and threw all the way to that mat, the far right one. 6-pounder, and maybe the one that wins the tournament for us.
This has been Steve Kennedy's tournament. Yesterday, he was practically mowing his way toward the big ones.
It's hard to imagine any other angler in the entire field having caught more fish than Steve Kennedy, and he had some monsters on day 2.
What a tremendous stringer, 5 fish over 27 pounds.
Is it amazing to you that he's been flipping the same mat all week? Are there that many fish under there?
There's lots of shade, lots of cover. Yeah, he's found another one under there. He has really got something going for him. Right bait, right action, it's working.
Assuming that will measure.
Yeah, it'll definitely measure.
Yeah, it will, and all the other anglers are going to have to measure up to what Steve Kennedy is doing. He is continuing to lead the field here at the Big O. To the U.S. Bank boat now, and Bobby Lane.
Oh, there's a good.
Bobby's had a rookie's dream week in the top 10 in his first FLW tournament.
Bobby is so fundamentally sound. I mean, he's nearly perfect. His technique, almost flawless. Sets a great example for all of our young anglers out there. Do it like Bobby does, and you'll have worm fishing down. He's got a good one on here.
He was our 10th place qualifier as they moved into the final round. He had a fantastic day one, struggled in day two, but Bobby seems to have found him here on the final day of competition. Back to Steve Kennedy now. It seems like every time he puts his lure on the mat, he pulls out a fish. Here we go again, Charlie.
Jerk one out and another one said, where'd you go? I don't want to measure or not.
No need to measure that one. That's his fourth keeper. Let's take another look at it here. Again, into the mat, using that braided line, jerk the fish right out, all the way out into the open water. Steve Kennedy's definitely got a place that's got fish, and he's got it going.
He's like a baseball pitcher who's got the batters figured out. He knows exactly where to cast, just how to present the lures. The fish don't even stand a chance. Hey, how about the look from the Fox snorkel cam, checking out Kennedy again. Nice little flip back into the same mat.
Same mat, same bait, same result.
I hope it's a better one, too. That's fine. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. He's caught 5 fish in about an hour and a half. Kelly Jordan, Yamaha Pro, he's going to have to do some catching up.
In the first day, I caught a 7.5 right there and lost a 8 or 9 pounder right there. Well, Rojas has never left one little circle right over there, and he's in second place, so.
Speaking of Dean Rojas, here he is so close so many times. Could this finally be the event where he has a first place finish?
Dean's certainly capable of that.
I kept a 7-pounder right in front of him.
Rojas is referring to Toshinari Namiki just about 100 feet away, right where Dean Rojas wanted to fish. And here's Namiki. What's he tying on here?
He's used a plastic bait here, very small, very compact, using a toothpick to peg it down where it won't slide down the hook and then set the hook into the middle of the bait.
This is the first top 10 appearance for Namiki on the FLW Tour. From the Fox snorkel cam angle, Steve Kennedy again flipping the same mat, and again he's on another one.
If he gets this one in, it'll be a 6th keeper. Looks like a good solid fish. He'll be able to call with this one.
Wow.
Meaning he'll replace his smallest fish with this larger fish. He can only bring in 5.
Not a big one, but a good one.
And of course, it's all about catch and release. We release all of these fish live back into the Big O once they're all weighed in. Steve Kennedy continues to lead. More action here on Lake Okeechobee when Walmart FLW Outdoors continues. Walmart FLW Outdoors from Lake Okeechobee is brought to you by Walmart. Always low prices, always. By EverStart. More power for your money. By 7-Up, the only way to go is up. By Pedigree, Dogs Rule. By Fujifilm, get the picture. And by Field & Stream, the soul of the American outdoors. Looking through the Fox snorkel cam as we see Dean Rojas having some fun. His catch yesterday was our Fine Picks photo flashback.
Guys.
Get the net, get the net, get the net. Get the net.
Yeah! 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 That's what you catch on mat fishing. Just like that.
If yesterday was the playoff, today's the Super Bowl, but Dean Rojas is not making the plays he needs to get the trophy.
Changing up, going from the smallie beaver plastic lure now to a spinnerbait, trying to catch one out in the open water.
And it hasn't gotten done yet so far today for Dean Rojas. Hey, imagine you're a fish looking up. That's the view from the Fox snorkel cam at Steve Kennedy, the Pedigree Pro. He has got to be hungry for this win. He hasn't had one in 2 years since Kentucky Lake.
He won on Kentucky Lake. He's around a lot of fish here, but again, catching a lot of smaller fish. He needs to step up in size. He's hooked up again, but again, a same size fish. He can only weigh in 5 of these. He's got to find a bigger fish.
One out of there. Unbelievable.
It is amazing. If we went by total weight of all the fish caught, Steve Kennedy would be running away with this thing. Let's check out what he's using.
Steve's using a BB cricket, a small, compact lure combined with a heavy weight to penetrate the vegetation and get down where the big ones live.
Earlier, we talked about culling. This is a perfect example of what culling is. Steve Kennedy is trying to determine which of these fish weighs more. He'll choose this one. This one goes into the live well. It'll be released later after our weigh-in alive. This one gets to go back into the water now alive. Here's Kelly Jordan. He'll take anything he can get at this point. His live well is empty. He's working the monkey box.
Kelly started 7 pounds 2 ounces behind Kennedy. Kennedy's been pouring it on. Kelly needs to really step it up. He's going to catch him here today.
Oh, that is a nice hook set. Look at the bend in that rod. It's got to be a big fish. Look at the Fox cap cam angle. It is.
Damn, baby.
It's a huge fish, and it's a beautiful fish, just what he needed.
Oh, yeah. How about that one? All right. Wow.
Let's take another look at that through the Fox cap cam for a closer look. I tell you what, he's excited right now. This is pure adrenaline. He's got to get his thumb in that. It's like a pair of vice grips. He's got it.
That's a pretty nice one, huh? 4 more of those, and who knows? That's a start, at least.
That is a touchdown for Kelly Jordan. How about Bobby Lane? He can do nothing but watch.
He's hooked up here, though. Again, great form, rod bent, keep pressure on that fish.
I think I lost her.
Oh, that is agonizing for Bobby Lane. You can't believe the difference in feeling from the highs to the lows when he gets away.
These anglers have a choice today: hydrilla in the monkey box or eelgrass in South Bay. Most of the field is crowded into the monkey box, so Terry Bolton has South Bay almost all to himself.
He liked being out of the crowds down there in South Bay. He's slow rolling that spinnerbait, and it's paid off for him.
Terry says his least favorite lakes to fish are in Florida. I would imagine that his mindset has changed a little bit with his top 10 here at the Big O, and especially considering his monster catch on day 3.
9 pounds 6 ounces, the largest fish of his career.
Another big catch today could put him on top, but right now Terry Bolton on slow base. There, he's got his first catch.
Hooked up again. Again, eelgrass is his key pattern. That one again on the spinnerbait.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Got me one. Maybe they're not all gone.
Terry needed that one to boost his confidence.
About a 2 1/4 pounder, 2 1/2.
Terry is a regular at our tour championships. Back up to the tangled mats in the monkey box. Toshinari Namiki is working hard, and he's also checking out the Fox helicopter. And now Namiki is on one.
Nice. Woo!
Looks like about a 2 pounder for Namiki.
Thank you. Yeah.
That goes into the live well. Dean Rojas obviously close enough to see Namiki, but he's not having the same success. Another swing and miss.
Dean may be fishing too fast. Got to slow down. A slow presentation is a must.
Is he distracted?
I think he may be.
That one felt the same way.
Dean is putting too much pressure on himself. I'm not sure whether it's all the anglers around him catching fish or him trying to get this tournament win, but he's got to slow down and catch fish.
There's Kelly Jordan from the Fox Snorkel Cam, no doubt hoping for the twin of the big one he caught earlier, but fish do have a lot of hiding spots in the Big O, and Kelly knows the way it is just a few hours away.
Bass fishing is my passion. It's what I do. Come on back for more from Lake Okeechobee.
Okeechobee, we're looking down at Roland Martin's Marina. Roland, a legend in the sport, and making sure that the sport stays in the family, a chip off the old block. Roland's son, BF Goodrich Pro, Scott Martin.
You know, from a very young age, I mean, I was just surrounded by bass fishing. It's in my blood.
He couldn't help but be a bass fisherman between the genes of his daddy and his mama.
I definitely want my kids to grow up and enjoy fishing. If they want to get involved in the tournaments, I'll definitely encourage them.
Come on up, guys.
FLW, that's my game.
FLW, that's
What's your favorite lure, Jake?
The crawdad.
As far as time away from home, you know, that's probably one of the hardest things. But when I come home, I'm pretty much the family's until the next event.
Does he go have a tournament?
I'll have a tournament tomorrow. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It can be tough, but we're used to it now. So we have a routine when he's gone, and
It's so much better because I can actually spend whatever time I want with them and really do some neat, fun stuff. I don't have to go clock in every morning at a regular job. That I can pretty much hang out with them which is real important. That's a funny flip. I know where some big ones are. Out there in the place called the Monkey Box.
Did you catch a monkey?
I didn't catch any monkeys. Smile.
Cheese.
All right.
Something tells me the family tradition is gonna carry on to the next generation. Scott didn't make the top 10 here this year, giving him a couple of days off. Maybe he'll be able to show his kids what's really in the monkey box. The Fox Crane Cam is in the monkey box right now, below the water and above the water, following Kelly Jordan, who's already landed a monster.
Here's a look through the Fox Cap Cam. Kelly Jordan as he hooks up another one. The rod is bit double, looks like a good one.
Come on, baby, come on. This is a big one.
And what a great perspective. You feel like you're the angler fighting this fish.
Come here, come here. Oh yeah, come on. Come here. Yeah. Woo!
That'll make up 3 of Steve Kennedy's fish. He's already got one in the live well, bigger than that too.
Yes. Woo! How about that one? Look at here, things are looking better. Woo! Wow. Got you, buddy.
The light of the tournament so far. I got you, buddy. Those mats of vegetation are prime hideouts for big O bass, but they're tough to get into, which is why the pros are experts at flipping.
Here's what a typical grass mat looks like here on Lake Okeechobee. The anglers are trying to find any irregularities there. Holes in the mats, thick patches, inside bends, outside bends, points, things that are unique and different. That's where the bass are hiding to ambush their prey. Here's a look at how Steve Kennedy dissects this mat. The sun shines down on the mat during the cold fronts. The mats hold that heat in, providing cover, shade, and protection for the bass. Find that perfect little hole, dropping it down in there, dropping it in, giving it time to set there. If there's no takers, we need to move on. Try to find something just a little bit different. Working around the edges, trying to find subtle differences in the mat. Points are a perfect place, an ambush spot for the bass, also an ambush spot for the bass angler. Easing the lure in around the point. He's hiding right there just behind the edge, in the shade, waiting for a shiner to swim by, and then reach out and grab it. Here's a perfect example of an ideal spot for mat flipping on Okeechobee. An isolated clump, drop it right in the middle. If you can get it in, you'll surely be successful.
Great animated description, and speaking of our pedigree pro, Steve Kennedy is on him again.
He's having fun out there, catching lots of fish, but again, this fish here, not huge.
A 6 pounder, but I'll take it. That's awesome.
What a great attitude. He's having so much fun out there fishing for $100,000. He's like a kid in a candy store. BF Goodrich pro Chad Grigsby. He's a fishing fanatic. In fact, he says he was born to fish.
That's all we did from daylight to dark is fish. You know, we'd walk around the ponds and do whatever. And, you know, the next thing you know, you're old enough to drive, so you get a bass boat. And I just started at the, you know, grassroots and then fished the BFLs and the EverStarts and worked my way up to the FLW. And I still fish from daylight to dark still, and now I get paid for it.
He'll get paid $100 grand to win here.
And he's got one hooked up here and a good fish here. I mean, this is a monster on a spinnerbait.
This is the first fish of the day, and Chad Grigsby has a lot of catching up to do. This might help him here.
If he can get it in, it'll surely help him.
A little more line.
He got too much line out. He's got to reel in some more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a mule.
Good start of the day. I need 4 more of those is what I need to tell you about. Can't get too excited about one. So I need 4 of that size.
Dean Rojas in the monkey box, one of the strongest anglers on the tour, but no first place finishes yet. And all he's done is swung and missed, and he does it again.
He's getting frustrated out there. This one's about to slip away from him.
I told you he was Marino and not Elway. You didn't believe me. Toshinari Namiki changing locations in the monkey box. What is he looking for?
Toshinari's got to find some more big fish out there. He's got some catching up to do.
In 7th place after day 3, Keith Williams in South Bay. He's had a tough day so far.
He stayed right with it, though. Slow rolling that spinnerbait. He's hooked up here.
And I love what he's doing, using the trolling motor and going towards the fish instead of letting the fish come to him.
The faster in the boat, the better. He's got to get this one in to get his day cranking again.
Slow rolling that spinnerbait. Had to let it fall down deep. It's about 1.5 pound fish.
That'll help.
Back to Dean Rojas, and you can see from the Fox snorkel cam how clear the water is. He's just having trouble getting fish hooked up.
Yeah, that's more like the Dean Rojas I know. He'll get this one in the boat.
All right.
He may have gotten that one in the boat, but he's got a big mountain to climb to catch up.
He can't catch fish like that to catch up at all. He's got to catch huge fish and lots of them to get in this game.
We've seen Kelly Jordan catch lots of them. We've seen Steve Kennedy catch lots of them. Toshinari Namiki catch lots of them. This is only the first one for Dean Rojas. The race is tightening up. We've got a lot more ahead from the Big O. Stay with us on Walmart FLW Outdoors. Welcome back to Walmart FLW Outdoors. You may wonder what FLW stands for. It's Forrest L. Wood, founder of Ranger Boats. He's been fishing for a long time and shares some words of wisdom in today's FLW Fishtail, brought to you by Evinrude.
Yeah, here he comes. He broke the log himself. Oh, buddy. I wasn't as gung-ho as a lot of them were that would take off fishing without any food. I like to have a little lunch along and a little coffee and some soft drinks, and I found that we could have more friends when they learned that we had food in our boat. I learned that early on. In fact, I still do it today. I carry a cold soda pop in the back of my truck because you can have more friends if you've got cold pop with you.
Oh, a distinguished gentleman, an absolute legend. Hey, a couple of hours of casting. I'm sure a lot of these pros could use something cold to drink. There's Greg Pugh. He's on one.
He's changed from a rattle trap over to a gambler flapping shad. It's working for him, trying to find a way to catch some bigger fish.
Similar to his other pedigree pro, Steve Kennedy, not the monster he's looking for. Kelly Jordan has been the man with the big fish today. He's widely considered one of the best bass anglers in the world, but for some reason hasn't fared well on the FLW Tour. That could all change today.
Earlier today, we watched Steve Kennedy flipping mats. Now we're watching Kelly Jordan in action, and he's moving really slow. That seems to be the difference. He slows it down, and he's hooked up again. I got to tell you, this could be another one of those huge fish.
Come here, baby. Come on, come on.
This may be his biggest fish yet today.
Yes! Woo! Look at that toad.
What a performance by Jordan. Somebody pinch him. He thinks he's dreaming at this point.
That, throw a camera for, look at that gutter right there. Oh, yes. That's a monster.
He's having an unbelievable day out there.
Look at that, just ate a big old golden shiner. Look at the tail coming out of his mouth. Look at that. You see that? Thank you, Lord. Oh, that's a great fish. Yes.
The most amazing half hour of his fishing life. A 7.4, a 6-pound, 12-ounce fish, and now an 8-pound, 4-ounce fish to cap it off.
Those three fish could anchor a $100,000 stringer.
I like catching those monsters.
You know, he's having a heck of a day, and I'm not complaining. I got 3 fish, you know. Within the next hour, I could have, you know, 3 like he's got it. You just got to keep on fishing. I mean, somebody's going to win, and there's going to be 9 losers.
Bobby Lane taking the philosophical view. None of these guys want to finish in second place, especially pedigree pro Steve Kennedy.
I made that big. Oh, that'll help.
Steve's doing everything he can. He's landing fish after fish, but they're not the same size as Kelly Jordan's fish. In fact, check it out. A 2-pounder and then he lands another 2-pounder, and then he brings one that's about 2.5 pounds into the boat. But Charlie, that's not going to get it done.
He keeps calling up ounces at a time. He needs to move up pounds at a time. He's got to do something to catch a big fish. I don't know whether it's changing locations or presentation.
Quality over quantity. Kelly Jordan right now with the quality fish in his live well. And speaking of Kelly Jordan, he's our pick for the Eagle Claw hook set of the day. A great job by Kelly Jordan. You can have your vote on your pick as to who should be the Eagle Claw hook set of the day. Log on to FLWOutdoors.com and vote for your favorite hook set of the day. Jordan's on top. Steve Kennedy, it could go either way for him.
I'm just hoping I get a big bite. Stick around for more from the Big O.
This is Walmart FLW Outdoors on Lake Okeechobee. A 2-day total means $100,000 for one angler. Dean Rojas and Terry Bolton both strong early on. But now it's Kelly Jordan on the fast track, trying to knock Steve Kennedy out of the top spot. Kelly Jordan's having the kind of day pros dream of. The question is whether or not it lands him the first place check. On the flip side, Jerry Green. He's empty-handed. That happens even to the pros once in a while, but they know a lot of tricks for bringing in bass even on bad days. Larry Nixon shows us one classic lure in today's Fishing 101, presented by Field & Stream.
Probably one of the neatest little lures for beginning fishermen to learn how to catch bass with is a little 4-inch power noodle. This is actually the Gulp series by Berkley. To rig it up, all you need is a straight shanked hook or even an offset hook and a little small sinker, and you stick the point right in the tippy top of the worm, pull it down to the bend. When it gets to that bend, you pull the point out, pull the eye down inside of it, turn the hook around, and then insert it back into the plastic. That makes it totally weedless. Then when you get it rigged up, all you have to do is just find you some cover, a weed or a dock or logs, and make your cast close to the cover. Let it sink down just a little bit and start swimming it by there, just giving it little twitches, and drop your rod and kind of swim it back to the boat. And if there's any bass there feeding it all, you're going to catch some fish.
From one legendary angler to another, we're with Dean Rojas now in the monkey box.
He's having a tough day out there today. Things just not going for him. Oop. Oh, man, he just missed another one out there. He's just like a pitcher in baseball that some days you just can't seem to get it over the plate.
Speaking of not being able to get it over the plate, here's Snickers pro Jerry Green. He hasn't landed a fish in 2 days.
He's got one here.
Well, there's actually one fish.
Jerk that one all the way into the boat, gets him on the board. I know he feels better now.
Hey, congratulations to Jerry Green. He's on the board. Toshinari Namiki has moved. He's found a new mat in the monkey box. Time is running short. He is going to have to land one.
That big fish.
Oh, you can tell by his voice, this one he's struggling with.
Wow, giant.
Fox cap cam capturing the angle.
Huge ball here. Could be a good fish. He thinks it is.
It's got to be difficult to work the rod in the net at the same time.
All right.
And he's landed it.
A huge fish.
Yeah, look at this fish.
Namiki's proud of that one.
It goes into the live well. All of a sudden, Namiki's in contention, but it's Kelly Jordan still on top. Come on back with us. This is the Walmart FLW Tour on Fox Sports Net. Welcome back to Walmart FLW Outdoors on Fox Sports Net. It is decision time.
The difference between winning and losing is making the right decisions at the right time. These guys had a game plan going in, but now some of them are second-guessing themselves, trying to make some moves, trying to get to where the big fish are, trying to win this event.
Terry Bolton, Bobby Lane, and Keith Williams all on the move. Dean Rojas barely has any time left, and he's not going to waste it by moving.
His strategy is to stay right here in the monkey box. He knows there's big fish around here. He caught an 8.5-pounder here earlier. He sat and watched Kelly Jordan catch 3 monsters here today, so he's going to be right here until he has to leave.
Not surprisingly, Steve Kennedy sticking to his formula, flipping in heavy mats. He's got fish, but is he making the right decision?
I'm not sure he is. He continues to catch just small fish.
As for Kelly Jordan, it's the opposite of Steve Kennedy. Not many fish, lots of weight. He's just moving around inside the monkey box area.
He's sticking his game plan. He needs one more for a limit.
Bobby Lane is getting his lure wet. He's got to know that it's almost impossible for him right now. He needs a miracle.
Miracles can't happen here, though, and he's got one hooked up here. Small fish, though.
Nothing to be ashamed of for Bobby Lane, though. Small or not, he's had an incredible first ever FLW Tour event. Pedigree pro Steve Kennedy feeling the time crunch.
So have y'all heard how bad we're losing? Not a word, huh? Any of those guys could catch up with one pig.
Sounds like the pressure's starting to mount on Steve Kennedy. He's starting to worry about the other anglers. You got to keep your cool out here as we start to get down to the end of the day.
Well, we only got 4. It's like, you better catch one and get freaked out. Run around like chicken with your head cut off. That's a bad deal.
An experienced pro like Kelly Jordan knows how to stay calm in a pressure situation like this. Land O'Lakes pro Keith Williams in the eelgrass in South Bay.
He's still slow rolling that spinner bait. He's got one hooked up here, his second of the day. He gets him in the boat. He comes off.
Flop it around.
You not only got to get him in the boat, you got to grab a hold of him and get him in the live well.
Pound and quarter fish. 3 more.
3 more to go.
Toshinari Namiki has another one, and he has suddenly come alive. And Toshinari Namiki, having never made a top 10 before in his career, has a real shot at winning this tournament.
Namiki is excited. He's been having fun all day long. He's got to move fast, though.
I think it's keeper.
He thinks, I know it's a keeper. You got to get in the live well and get another one.
Okay.
Quick, Namiki, get back to work.
Namiki's got fish that want to get out of the live well, not stay in the live well. Looking down from the Fox Crane Cam, Kelly Jordan trying to beat the clock and catch his limit.
I need fish number 5 in a bad way. Made a decision a little while ago. I got a spot on down this cut where I could probably go catch a keeper in probably less than 10 minutes. Might be a pound and a half, might not. I decided not to because I don't think I have enough to win right now. But it'd be a shame if I been close enough and a pound and a half would have done it. It's a decision you make. You know, I was 10 pounds down. I got to beat those guys, and I got to beat them bad to have a chance to win. So I need one more of those big ones in the next 10 minutes to have a chance.
But to have a chance to win, you have to make the right decisions at the right time.
Just minutes to go. The weigh-in is next on Walmart FLW Outdoors. On Florida's Lake Okeechobee, Steve Kennedy still looking for the monster bite he needs to win this tournament.
I don't think it's enough. I think probably 3rd, maybe, 2nd or 3rd. Somebody's gonna get bit.
He's caught a lot of fish today, but yet to land the big one. Most of them about the same size fish, 2.5 pounds.
The Fox Crane Cam giving us an underwater shot of the area in which Kelly Jordan caught his monster fish, but Kelly's running out of time for a 5th.
This may be his last cast. I believe he's about to give it up.
That's it. We got to go. Did the best we could. We'll see how it falls now.
He used every second he could possibly use.
And as the boats race back to the weigh-in, Kelly Jordan has no idea whether or not he has overcome the deficit to Steve Kennedy.
I had a great day. Only got 4, but 3 of them are monsters. Man, one more might have done the trick.
We'll see what happens when Steve Kennedy gets on stage at the weigh-in. He started the day 10 pounds ahead of Kelly Jordan.
That fog delay should have worked for me. Yeah. One guy get a big bite. That would be all the difference.
The anglers have arrived at the boat ramp, and as they head to the weigh-in, there's only one thing that rivals their love for the sport of fishing. And that is a taste of money. Big bass mean big bucks on this year's FLW Tour, $7.6 million. Mike Sermon won here in '96. For his hard work, he took home just over $18,000. Steve Daniel won an event here and the FLW Championship. That netted him only $38,000. Fishing did not pay as a full-time job, but that was then, and this is now. bass fishing has exploded from a part-time hobby to a year-round profession, and the numbers are staggering. Scott Martin is the perfect example. One FLW win plus being 32nd overall, that netted him $216,000 last season.
The purses in this sport in the last 5 years have gone through the roof. If you have a mediocre year, you're going to make 50 or 60 or 70,000, and if you have a great year, the sky's the limit.
If you just finish in the top 50 in every tournament, you're guaranteed $77,000 for the year. And just having an average year at top 50 finishes, you'll make the championship and be probably in the top 5 in the points race.
And championship payoffs have gone through the roof. When Luke Clausen won the championship last year, he went home $500,000 richer. So what happened? FLW Outdoors entrepreneur Irwin Jacobs arranged a marriage that revolutionized the industry. He signed the world's largest retailer as a sponsor, Walmart, and looked outside the sport for others. Big business got in on the action, and anglers took home the rewards. And here's how they reap the rewards as you look down in the Walmart Supercenter in Clewiston. Charlie Evans has made his way inside the weigh-in tent. It's underway, and right now Toshinari Namiki is at the scale.
Here's his second keeper. Again, the limit is 5. Toshinari reaching for fish number 3.
Yeah, this is number 3.
Here's number 3. Wow! Let's show that one out, Caution. Hang on, let's go right here and show this fish off. Right around up front. Yeah, let's look at this fish. This isn't, yeah, right all the way around. All the way around. Yeah, right up here. Wow!
Next up, fishing the Field and Stream boat today from Mineola, Texas, Yamaha Pro, Kelly Jordan.
His 3 BASS wins and 3 Bassmaster Classic appearances. He's here in the top 10. And right now, Kelly, you need 10 pounds and 15 ounces to take over the lead.
Yeah, that's about the deficit I started with yesterday, and I got a couple. I think they'll go that much.
All right, let's check them out. Kelly Jordan. Wow, man, what a way to start.
Yeah, I don't know. That's nice.
All right. Here is fish number 1. That may be enough right there. Already need was 10-15. That one weighs in at 6 pounds, 11 ounces. Now we'll go for number 2. Man alive! All right, for 2 fish, we were looking for 10-15. These 2 fish weigh in at 12 pounds, 12 ounces. The new leader. I gotta tell you, that's awesome.
I had a great day out here, and I caught some really nice fish, and we're going to have fun weighing in.
Through the box cap cam, what a strong start for Yamaha Pro, Kelly Jordan. Still waiting, Pedigree Pro, Steve Kennedy. It's a game of ounces now, $100,000 on the line. Welcome back to Clewiston, Florida, where the Family Fun Zone at Walmart is making a lot of kids happy today. Inside the tent, the weigh-in is heating up. On the bubble, Steve Kennedy. Consistency paid off. He landed fish from start to finish today. His lead is on the line. Kelly Jordan found the sweet spot. A half hour of huge fish, one after another, but he couldn't keep it going. Others, like Bobby Lane, will have to wait for another day. Greg Pugh, Terry Bolton, and Dean Rojas disappointed again. Next up, Steve Kennedy, the man everyone's watching.
Steve is 3 pounds, 5 ounces out of the lead here. He was a winner in 2003 on Kentucky Lake. $100,000 winner there in the FLW Tour. Louis is out there rooting him on. Louis, tell him, go on, Louis. Louis says, Dad, way on, man. All right, we're looking for 3.5. These 2 fish here weigh in and 3 pounds, 7 ounces by 2 ounces. You're back in the lead again, Steve Kennedy.
Kelly Jordan watches his lead disappear, at least for now, but this is far from over. Next up, Toshinari Namiki. He'll need a 3-pounder or his day is over.
Namiki's got to have a 3-pounder. I'm not sure that's going to do it. This fish weighs in at 1 pound, 9 ounces, but a great tournament for you, Namiki.
Toshinari Namiki's day is over, but he takes home $20,000. Just 2 men remain in this Texas-style shootout.
Let's weigh him in. All right, Kelly Jordan, he's trailing by 2 ounces. So this fish right here will put him in the lead, not a 6-pounder, but it put him in the lead. This one here weighs in at 2 pounds, 2 ounces, 2 pounds, 2 ounces. He's now the leader by 2 pounds. Steve Kennedy, this will be number 4. Will this put you in the lead? Louis ready. He's ready. All right, this will do it. Here is fish number 4 for Steve Kennedy. Now these two weigh 3 pounds, 15 ounces. He's their new leader. You'll need another one. All right, he's going back to the well. All right, Steve. All right, you're at 24.10. He's at 22.11. A 2-pounder will put him back into the lead.
Yeah, I've had so much fun fishing here today, but I've always said this lake's about a big bite, and he got 2 today. And he looks like he may have 3. Or maybe he's pulling my leg.
Oh, my goodness. Kelly Jordan, come here. Come. Wow. I got to tell you, you threw everybody for a loop. You weighed in those 2 huge fish, then you brought in the peanut, and now look at this.
That's a pretty nice one, isn't it?
That's a pretty nice one right there. That is a monster. Here is fish number 4. Starting to look a little worried over there. He was worried a long time ago. Here's fish number 4. This hog weighs in at 8 pounds, 2 ounces. Kelly's in the lead.
It's Kelly Jordan's game. He's got the big ones, but that was his last fish. Steve Kennedy with 5. He's got 1 more in the live well. But will it be enough? Find out who wins $100,000 when we come back on Walmart FLW Outdoors. Walmart FLW Outdoors from Lake Okeechobee is brought to you by Lowry's, your secret to great flavor. U.S. Bank, home of the 5-star service guarantee. Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. Tyson, powered by Tyson. Frito-Lay, get your smile on. Walmart, always low prices, always. We're in the closing minutes of this $100,000 weigh-in. Steve Kennedy's 2-day lead is in trouble, but he's got 1 more fish, and he may pull it off. He landed some big ones yesterday. Kelly Jordan, who started the day 10 pounds behind, now has the lead. This is why. He made 3 crucial catches today. Big fish that ate up Steve Kennedy's lead. Now it all comes down to this moment and 1 fish. Jordan's got the money, but can he keep it? Let's send it back down to Charlie.
You got a lead by 6 pounds, 3 ounces. I got to tell you, Steve, you're looking a little light. That one only needs to weigh 6'3".
I don't think we got it, but let's see now. I'm not sure I had it yesterday either.
We have a champion, Kelly Jordan. All right. Steve Kennedy's fish weighs in at 1 pound, 15 ounces, 115. We have a champion.
An electrified start to the season. Here's how the leaders finish. Kelly Jordan wins $100,000. Second place, Steve Kennedy. In third place, still seeking a win, Dean Rojas.
I tell you, this is the most amazing 30 minutes of my life. It was one of those deals when just everything just lined up, and it was a blessing from the Lord above, I tell you.
Tell us about the spot you're fishing and what made that 30 minutes so special.
I was going down this stretch and I found some really, really thick stuff that was inside a large hydrilla mat. There were so many boats running around. I think the big fish were running from the traffic, and I got in the thickest stuff I could find. And that big fish, actually, I threw my bait with a Lake Fork tackle crawl tube with a 1 3/8 ounce weight, where I didn't think it would go down.
An incredible come-from-behind finish makes Kelly Jordan $100,000 richer. The season is just beginning here on Walmart FLW Outdoors. 5 more tournaments, millions of dollars at stake. At the end of it all, the championship. For complete coverage of the FLW Tour and a live webcast of each event, be sure to log on to FLWOutdoors.com. Join us next time from Lake Toho in Florida. Until then, I'm Keith Leibowitz for Charlie Evans. Thanks for watching.